chronological order at the cost of repetition. Notification number 2 of 24 was issued on so and so. Preliminary examination was conducted on 9/6/2024. Preliminary key was published on 13/6/2024, inviting objections from the candidates through online from 13/6/24 to 17/6/2024. Here it is relevant to note that while calling for objections on the preliminary key, the candidates were asked to produce material and proper justification for their stand. In total, 6,147 objections were received through online from 1721
Then
candidates.
earlier case, right? Then what happened? 15 questions. Right?
Yes, madam. Then we finally said, my lord, as your lordships are aware, the judgments of the Supreme Court say one thing very clearly, that wherever the process of saying that the key is wrong by a long drawn argument, the benefit will go to the subject expert. Where it is palpably or demonstrably wrong, only those questions, my lord, we have concentrated on before the court, and we have zeroed down only on 6 questions, my lord, which are, I'll just give the numbers, my lord, for the purpose of demonstrating these questions, and I'll concentrate only on these questions. 41, 66, 79, 119, 119, and one more question, my lord, that was regarding that question number is 114. That means works out to, my lord, 41, 66, 79, 112, 114, and 119. These were the 6 questions, my lord, we concentrated before the learned single judge to say they were palpably and demonstrably wrong. Now, my lord, how the learned single judge deals with that, my lord, your lordship should get. So starting from page 47, I'll only read one way of dealing with the thing, and that repeats for all the 6 questions. I'll only take your lordship to page number 47, where, my lord, the learned single judge started dealing with the objections, etc. And this is what the learned single judge would say. We go to 41 at page 47. Match the following acts, rules in India with respect to their year of passing. Well, one question which I have to definitely tell at this stage is, my lord, there can't be a near answer for this. I will say why I said this sentence, my lord, while I go to the next thing. Forest Conservation Act, National Green Tribunal Act, Wildlife Protection Act, Hazardous Waste Management, Handling and Transboundary Movement First Amendment Rules, Biological Diversity Act. The petitioners raised an objection as it's found there. Learned Senior Counsel has contended that the question was about hazardous waste and not about hazardous and other waste management, handling and transboundary movement rules. And therefore the answer, that is the year of passing of the rules, should have been 2009 and not 2016 as claimed by the commission in the final case. This was our contention. Disputing the same, the learned special government leader has contended.
2009 is not there at all.
Not there at all. So we were trying to say it's a question which has been wrongly framed. I'll take your lordships to the subject expert and what material we have placed. Whether the manner in which it is liable to be considered or not is what I try to demonstrate.
So whether you have attempted this or not?
Well, according to the Public Service Commission, they have given marks for this also. For the first petitioner got a mark for this.
How many appellants are here?
5, my lord. Huh? So far as my case is concerned, 5. So far as the other appeal is concerned, it's 3.
5 and 3.
Yes,
8.
Yes.
So how many of you have qualified now?
2 of the petitioners in J. Sudhir's matter are qualified people. Rest of the people are not qualified.
Qualified for mates.
Concentrate on exam, no? Why all this?
Well, I am a person who is anyhow not qualified. And even qualified people are saying you can't say Telangana, what is the capital of Telangana is Rangareddy district cannot be an answer.
Huh?
Telangana, what is the capital of Telangana? If one were to ask the question, however much I am a group 1 officer or a probable group 1 officer, I can't say nearest point is Rangareddy. The learned single judges, the question will be twisted. So that what happens is instead of Hyderabad, it could be anything. Hyderabad also, because it is in Hyderabad, therefore Hyderabad will become the capital. If this is the understanding of the Public Service Commission and that has the approval of the court, in my humble submission, merit is zeroed. A person who writes a wrong answer will be meritorious person and he will rule the country for next 30 years.
1 minute. Hazardous waste management, handling, transboundary movement, First Amendment rules.
Correct.
They have come.
My Lord, I request your Lordship, grateful to your Lordship for putting the question straight. 3 documents will demonstrate that the answer is palpably wrong. First one is page 92, your Lordship, 192 may kindly be looked into for 1 second, my Lord. That was the material which we have filed to demonstrate that
How
the
many
question
lakhs
is wrong.
of students are writing this? Tomorrow is
32,008, subject to what my learned friend would say.
31,000 approximately are writing for that.
31,000.
Yes, I give the exact figure, approximately
32,000.
31,000 out of 3 lakhs, 31.5.
$130 is the material.
When is the exam?
Monday onwards.
Huh?
Monday.
How many centers? Entire administration must have been
Yes, Lord. It's
set
all-
in process.
Lord, it's attack after attack, Lord. Situation is, I don't even know which case I am arguing. That is situation that's happening.
That can come from my learned friend who is an expert in everything.
Yeah, praised by my friend.
He is an expert in everything. He can't say that only to create the Public Service Commission, however new he may have been appointed for that.
What Mr. Rakesh is saying that trained by you, but you are not
Well,
properly
who
trained.
am I to train and who is he to get trained? He is a Swayambhu. I respect him for that.
2011, after formation of the state until now,
Not even
not a single notification.
Not a single
13
notification.
years.
I am grateful to
Attack
that.
after attack.
No, actually, Shiva, one second.
Matter goes right up to Supreme Court and conducted a second mains, first in the history. And we have borrowed the tradition, and the new Telangana Public Service Commission doesn't seem to be an exception. 3 preliminaries conducted from 1950 first time. And we take pride in saying the 32,000 people. What about the 3 lakh people who have been thrown out because of your wrong key? No answer for that. And you keep saying merit will have to be. What is merit? If a person writes Kaitabad and he is selected, he is meritorious, who can govern the country for the next 30 years.
How many marks you have got?
Let me not go. I have not gone into the nitty-gritties because I have missed by 2 or 3 marks. Let us take my Lord.
No, let us take means you must also be clear. No? How many marks? How many
My Lord,
petitions?
they don't have the, I don't think, subject again to what my learned friend was saying, they don't have the habit of giving the merit list at this stage. At this stage, I don't think they will give. To the best of my knowledge of the Public Service Commission, whether the procedure is modified after the new regime, I do not know. But marks are normally given after the final examinations are there.
No, for this preliminary, this thing.
Cutoff, they are not specified. 1 is to 5,000, God knows what's happening.
1 is to 50.
1 is to 50, I mean, 1 is to 50. You have several things, the battle elsewhere.
How many posts are notified?
503 originally.
No, 560.
After 22 multiple, that has been cancelled and 560 given. Because again, there is a change in the society. 22 was the original notification. This court said, reconduct the preliminary. Fairness demands they will have to do that. They went up to Supreme Court. Because this court specifically said, you are incapable of conducting the examination. Quote unquote, what the Honorable said, you, in spite of the importance, you do not know how to conduct the examination, is what the learned single judge said. This Honorable Court affirmed it without even modifying that. Being aggrieved by that, the erstwhile government went to Supreme Court. After the new government came, SLP withdrawn, notification cancelled. And they had before the single judge to say, we followed the judgment very meticulously. This is the following. And your Lordships are also aware, to 503 posts originally given.
This time there is no leakage, nothing.
Pardon
At
me?
least this time there is no leakage.
There is a
Leakage.
leakage in the system of the Public Service Commission.
No, but last time in fact cancelled only because of paper leakage something.
No, paper leakage, one thing. Then biometric I have not conducted.
That we have now.
Probable impersonation could be there. Or it was not there. One of the standing council said before this Honorable Court saying that last time it was cancelled just because they are not given biometric. This is the attitude of the Public Service Commission. When we were trying to argue about some other matter, we commend the Public Service Commission for consistently in the examinations. 2009, matter went up to Supreme Court. 2011, 2 mains. 2022, 3 sub-preliminaries. And they are very keen to get a second mains also written because...
In total, there are 8, only 8 are there now, applicants. Out of which 2 already qualified.
My lord, one person comes and tells this court that you have played a mischief on the entire selection process. Begging a question to myself, will 226 say, since you are only one person, your lordships are aware?
Shiva, just listen. Come concentrate on this page number, question number 41. Right?
Yeah, I am grateful to your lordships. My lord, since your lordship said right on the examination, my lord, I had to say it. Otherwise, I was only doing. Kindly go to 130 for one moment. Page 130. This is the material which we have created before them.
130.
Yes, my lord. There are 2 different rules. Hazardous waste rule. This is from the Central Pollution Bureau, not any Tom, Dick, Harry.
It is 2016, no Shiva. First amendment.
1 minute, my lord. We will have to see the short title and the long title also. This is exactly what the subject experts were trying to do. Kindly see the first one. Hazardous and other waste management and transboundary movement rules 2016. Then go to the next one, my lord, at the bottom. After 21/7/22, your lordship should get another one. Hazardous waste management, handling and transboundary movement rules 2008. Now juxtapose this with the question. And the first amendment rules have come in 2009. How do you call the question to be right at all?
Maybe that handling and all those things is more appropriate. Just listen. 1 minute, sir. Maybe handling and all those things appropriate is 2009. But handling is missing.
My lord, may I just give an example, my lord? I gave the same example before the court single judge also. Who wrote Merchant of Venice is a question. William Shakespeare is not available. Serena Williams is available. Could they say, anyhow William is there, therefore it is Serena Williams who wrote Merchant of Venice? Is that the right answer? Pardon me for using this example. Other 2 sets of rules are prepared. One saying X plus Y, one saying only X. You ask X, why don't you write Y, X plus Y answer? How is it?
If this kind of things are to be challenged, then no recruitment process will ever take place.
And again obliged to your lordship. Consistency, last of the thing being the latest, what is it, B.R. Ambedkar University, Agra versus Devarsnath, they never said this court doesn't have jurisdiction. They said you will have to do. Only thing is palpably wrong. Right from Samir Gupta.
How these objections were dealt by the expert body?
No need of dealing it. Kindly see subject, then kindly see subject experts how they dealt with. Well, that your lordship should get it. Page 192.
Yes.
And let me also share this, my lord, because my anguish will have to be shared with the court at least. What the respondent said before the court was, you will have to use your conscious head. This is what the predecessor of my learned friend said. I did not understand that. I went and checked up all things, whether an unconscious head will work at all. A group 1 officer must use conscious head, then how does others use their head? One thing. And second thing startling was, because you are a group 1 officer, 1 plus 1, if 2 is not available in the answer, you can't crib about it. So, if I am a group 1 officer or a prospective 1 attack, 1 plus 1 will become 3, or it can also become minus 1. Now, kindly see the subject expert, my lord, at 192. In supersession of hazardous waste management handling transboundary movement rules 2008, hazardous other waste management and transboundary rules 2006 have been issued by the Government of India. Therefore, question relates to hazardous and other waste rules. But the question doesn't talk about that. Then, hence the option 2016 has been correctly shown in the question. Since 2008 and 2009 are not mentioned as any of the options, there is absolutely no ambiguity for the candidate to answer the question. How? If I know Constitution of India was passed on 1950, and you talk about Constitution 101st Amendment, there is no confusion, is the subject expert. God save the subject expert. Then kindly see what he says. Moreover, when the given options are examined, only 4th option is correct. You have an act with a specific title, otherwise there is no need.
Shiva, issue is like this, Shiva. Now this is nothing but match the following.
Yes, my friend.
If you answer A to D correctly, the fifth one option which is not answered will automatically have to apply for E.
That is why I gave that kind of an example.
1 minute, sir. Just listen. In match the following,
Correct.
5 questions are there.
Correct.
If you are able to match 4 correctly,
Fifth one will
automatically get matched.
Because matches the following questions, almost it will be either all right or 2 wrong.
Whatever it is.
2 will be wrong.
So suppose if you are confident of first 4 answers, if you match them correctly, the fifth is bound to
Fall into place.
fall into place. Whether you attempt it or you don't attempt it, that is automatic.
My lord, I'll say this, my lord. In an match the following question.
Correct.
Patna.
Fifth
Bihar.
one it did not match.
No,
That is
Patna, Bihar. No, that's not. You are
That is-
asking a specific question.
no, that is divine matching. Fifth one will be divine
My
matching.
lord, divinity is what we need.
Yeah.
We don't need exam. We will throw a big ball. Wherever it goes, we'll pick up that one.
No,
Why
no.
have
No,
to
what-
start the exam?
Shiva, can I answer this, my lord?
Yes, you are. Oh, sorry,
My lord,
sorry.
I'm sorry, my lord. Your lordships are right in saying that 4 are matching, the fifth one automatically gets matched.
Hmm.
So that is a divine. But actually, my lord, your lordships may also kindly have a look at when fifth one is doubtful or something wrong with it. Then we'll get a doubt about all the 4 whether we have matched it or right or wrong.
Correct.
But
Next-
what is required?
Next-
What is
next-
required?
Next, move on to the next question.
And
It
there
is
are
over.
6 options.
Let us not waste our time in this hazardous waste. Okay, move to the next question.
My lord, if that waste is proved to be waste, there will be a wholesale thing in the waste list prepared by the Public Service Commission.
Okay, come back to move on to 66, right?
No, my lord,
Do I
before.
think that the lordships are not convinced with what we have been saying in
No, no.
a specific act?
No, what we said. We have not expressed any opinion. We are asking you to move on to the next question.
No, then in that case, my lord, let me take 2 other things and then I'll move on, my lord. Kindly see, we have as a rejoinder, we have filed reply and rejoinder, we have filed 2 things. The Public Service Commission has filed the modified one. Kindly go to my reply at page 297 for 1 moment. What is the existing rule if they have asked? You will have to know what is supersession. What is the constitution? When was it passed? I am supposed to say only 1950. Kindly see page 297, my lord.
Yes.
We filed this. This rule was in fact available. This was superseded at a later point of time as by the subject. As a person who read the papers properly and the person who understood the short title properly, if he comes before the court and says, you do not know, this rule specifically says this and what you have done is wrong. Juxtapose 216 with 200 this thing, my lord. This is 216 is what they have filed. This is what I have filed. 220, your lordship may kindly see. This is what they said to prove me wrong. This is what I said to prove them wrong. Kindly examine both of them.
220.
Yes, my lord. 216, my lord. I am really sorry for that. 216. This is the material to support that the subject expert was more than right. According to us, no. Kindly see short title preliminary. We are not concerned about that being superseded, etc. We are concerned about the short title. These rules may be called Hazardous and Other Waste Management Transboundary Movement Rules 2016. Now juxtapose it with 297. These rules may be called Hazardous Waste Management, Handling and Transboundary Movement Amendment Rules 2009. Now the question is, what is contained at 297 and not what is contained at 216? Then how do we call this to be a right answer at all?
No, this 297 is a amendment rules.
My lord, kindly see the question once again, my lord. I am sorry. Kindly see the question once again, my lord, which your lordship will get at 191. Subject experts question, question has been extracted in the counter. 191 may kindly be looked into, my lord. I will deal only with D. Your lordship may see the question. I will read 297. If this is right, the answer given by them is wrong. These rules may be called Hazardous Waste Management, Handling and Transboundary Amendment Rules 2009. This is exactly the question. Now, what you are trying to say is superseded, etc. Have you ever written that this is the exact one which is binding now? Kindly see the question. Match the following act rules in India
Shiva,
with respect to their year of passing.
maybe Shiva, you might be having a case or no case. All those things will come later. But we are in the 11th hour. If we cancel the selection,
My lord, we got the judgment on 15th.
so that is right. But
We
you must,
moved it.
you must also understand how the unemployed youth are so frustrated.
My lord, if
One
your
minute.
lordship has seen that.
1 minute. So many lakhs of people are on the streets. The entire unemployed youth are suffering with so. There is no recruitment since last 10 years. You must also understand.
My lord, I just respond to your lordship's observation.
So let this go on.
My lord, I'll only say this.
Mhm.
In 2011, why I am trying to
Because
this has got
lakhs
to
of rupees have to be spent for conducting this type of examinations, because they'll have to take again biometrics and so many issues are there. It's not that simple.
My lord,
and-
I'm not unaware of the difficulties.
No, that just listen. At the instance of 8 petitioners or repellents, of the 8, 2 are already qualified. At the instance of 6 people, can the recruitment be solved? Is a question. Try to
I
understand.
respond to your lordship's query in two aspects. my lord. First one is, there are a lot of unemployed youth.
Correct.
After 11
Sir,
years,
one
we are
minute,
now
sir.
having a
Some
recruitment.
small issues will keep on happening. This is human error. Some leverage has to be given when recruitment to such large extent is being undertaken. Lakhs of people are writing, 3 lakhs, 4 lakhs. Because look, first group 1 exam, 5 lakhs people have written. Now second, it was cancelled on account of paper leakage. Look at lack of interest. So many unemployed youth have not even responded to the second
They
time.
found out the truth that this is not a true recruitment
Correct,
agency.
correct.
They have become biased.
Correct. Now 5 lakhs have not written. Only 3 lakhs have written. So look at the number of people getting attracted to this. Is
My lord, may I just now
because of so many frustrations are there in the society. You must also understand. The toughest part is it is unemployed youth who are hard hit. You must understand recruitment process should go on. The question of stalling recruitment process would not arise.
Now your lordship may permit me to respond to 3 queries which your lordship put.
Maybe whatever you are saying is, if we had time, we would have gone into all those things. But there is no time, Shiva.
My
The
lord, I
question
also
of
say
stalling.
this, my lord. Your
No,
lordship may also say this.
suppose if you succeed or something, at a later point of time, something can be done, saying that you create supernumerary posts or conduct some special recruitment drive or something like that. Otherwise, impossible to postpone these exams.
My lord, I now permit me to make
Just
one-
listen, sir. By just on the first time when the papers were cancelled and the exams were cancelled, so many people have committed suicides. You must understand. Again, biometrics. There is every possibility because Public Service Commission published this many number of candidates have appeared on the date of examination. Suddenly, after 14 days or 15 days, there
600 numbers more.
Then there was every possibility of impersonation or something. That's the reason we had to cancel, because 258 candidates were found to be more. When in a recruitment process of 503 vacancies, if 50% candidates, if they play fraud or whatever it is in the form of impersonation by not following biometrics, the purpose of recruiting 500 posts itself is defeated. That's the reason we had to cancel that. You must also understand
My
that.
lord, now let me say this.
Oh.
While your lordship's views on the matter may be absolutely correct from the broader perspective,
Naturally.
where your lordship
Because
is sitting. But kindly see this also, my lord. Your lordship cannot see only one view.
Correct.
Kindly see this also.
Correct.
Pardon me for using 2011 expression because this plays a very crucial role here.
Yes.
In 2011, the examination took place, went right up to the main examination, interviews were conducted. Day after tomorrow, they were to get the appointment orders. At that stage, AP Administrative Tribunal passed an order saying, let the doubtful questions be examined by the board, let the selections go on. Perhaps your lordship's thought process was we should not thwart the recruitment process. Matters came before this court. When the matters came up before this court passed an interim order in one of the 2 petitions. Blissfully, unfortunately, myself and Sudhir were there. In my case, the court passed an interim order that since the matter needs to be looked into, no selection shall go on. Then the Honorable Court, as His Lordship Justice Subhash Reddy J then was, he said that the matter, 6 questions are definitely doubtful. Let the matter be placed before the UPSC. Till such time, hold your hands on. not satisfied with this order, the Public Service Commission, persons who ought to have got the appointment but for the interim order passed by this, all went to the Supreme Court. So the persons who in the judicial, in the legal profession appeared for those selection people under the Public Service Commission. His Lordship Justice J. Chalmeshwar and Hemant Bhotiye on 7/10/2013 said this is not the way in which you will have to conduct, and directed the entire 146 questions, you will have 144 questions, prepare a merit list and reconduct the main examination. They conducted the main examination, and in the conducted main examination, 46% of the marks in history paper was wrong admittedly by Public Service Commission itself. Again, we said that this is bad. Then the tribunal said we will delete that 46 marks and conduct. My learned friend Sudhir came before this court because Public Service Commission again came. We both were there again. My learned friend Sudhir said if they ask
if your theory is to be accepted, or whatever has transpired in 2011 is to be accepted, then Public Service Commission can never conclude the recruitment process at all.
It can conclude proper care. Question is, your Lordship's order on the last occasion, what have your Lordship confirmed? Your Lordship may kindly see Lordship Justice Madhavi Devi's order for one moment, and your Lordship confirmed it. Kindly see that. In light of this, we don't need to give an extra mileage for the Public Service Commission after the specific finding of this honorable court in this court, which your Lordship affirmed it. Kindly look at 1 second, my lord, of the judgment rendered by Her Ladyship Madhavi Devi for one moment, my lord. That's filed along with the material papers immediately after your Lordship's order. But I'll take your Lordship first to learned single judge order, which starts at 111, but straight go to
Shiva. I think you must stop somewhere because we have to also dictate. 1 minute, just listen. 1 minute. We must dictate also. No? Suppose we don't know what is. Hey, 1 minute, sir. What is passing through our mind? We have not made up our mind. We are open to everything. So suppose if you stop, then you must permit us to dictate. Maybe in your favor or may not be in favor.
No, I have
the judges thinking aloud. Is that
suppose,
cannot be maybe something
no,
else
no, no.
that your Lordship are
1
thinking
minute.
aloud.
1 minute. If you write a judgment, then only whether it will be postponed or not postponed will come out. No. If you continue to argue up to Monday, then what is that we can do? You must also understand. Sudhir is here to commence his arguments, and our bench is only up to 1:30. They again from 2:15 onwards, different benches, different combinations.
Normally, we will not argue to our heart's content. We will argue to the fact that.
You must also. We are just reminding. We are reminding you the time constraints. That's it.
Another 5 minutes at least I can get it subject to the Lordship's time.
Then Rajshekhar also has to reply. No.
No, for him the job is now looking very easy. Man.
No.
You have to just get up and sit down.
No.
At least as per thinking aloud system which is going on,
No.
my learned friend is blessed by appearing there. I wish I would be there, but nobody appoints me for that because I am not that privileged.
I wouldn't have to
System we are all there.
I don't know how.
Let me just put this below. Now that we are able to understand the concern of the court towards those who got selected.
No.
I'm only saying. I'm not trying to say your Lordship are judged it. I am using the word concern. I never said your Lordship decided it. I use my phrases very, very, very guardedly. I understand, my lord, appearing for any one of those persons among the 32,228, I would exactly think the way in which your Lordships are thinking. But I will only say one thing, my lord. If you have shut down people who otherwise should have been in, how is it a fair selection? That's the only thing I will say. And then I leave it at that. Now, on the basis of it, my lord, also one more thing. You have a name. Can there be an airness to the name? And kindly see the learned single judge says it is after all a preliminary. If it is after all a preliminary, leakage need not have cancelled, biometric need not have cancelled. The learned single judge says it's after all a preliminary, there is other rounds of qualification. Who will get into the qualification? You throw me out at the beginning. Kindly see what the learned single judge says on that point, my lord. Can you call this to be after all a preliminary? It's make or mark. You don't allow me to enter into the college and you say what is there, you can go and join another college. While your admission policy is what I am questioning. The learned single judge says it's not the be all and end all of the matter. If preliminary is not the be all and end all of the matter, what is that? Questioning myself. I will have to participate and prove my merit. You don't even open the gate. And the learned single judge says judicial review is not permissible. After all, it is preliminary. He and the learned judge did not use after all. Pardon me for adding that. But the meaning is only that.
Sir, when did you file the writ petition date?
14th August. I mean, 1 minute. 14th August. 11th August 2024. Matter came up on 14th. If I remember right. I argued the matter on 14th.
Nice day.
I don't think I need to trouble your lordship. Your lordship will dictate the order after hearing my friends and the esteemed counsel for the standing here for this public service commission. But kindly see only this sentence I will read it over.
May make my subject.
1 minute, just 1 minute. I will only read this sentence to say the seriousness with which preliminary is likely to be looked into. That's all. Nothing more, nothing less. Kindly go to page 53, madam. This cannot be the manner of deciding the fate of the people. That's the only last sentence I would say. Kindly go from 10 lines from the bottom, which says, in referred supra and being satisfied. 5 lines from the top, your lordship will get a sentence which starts with, with the line which begins with satisfied with the same. This court is of the view that contention of the commission that in an examination for recruitment to the top executive post, the candidates cannot expect a direct question. Not even a correct question. Direct question is what the court says, but our endeavor is it's a wrong question. Cannot be brushed aside. And the action of the respondents in posing twisted questions for making the most qualified persons, Serena Williams, William Shakespeare, to be eligible for further selection cannot be faulted with. Further, it is to be noted that preliminary examination is not the only criteria. So, if I have not failed, if I have failed in the preliminary examination, could I make it to the group 1 services? And this is how the learned single judge says, not the only criteria to group 1 services. Rather, it is only qualifying in nature. At the qualification stage, you test on a wrong paper. We have a public service commission who tests biology questions with the economics keyboard, and they say it's after all only a preliminary examination, therefore you don't need to worry about it. How do I participate in the further selection process?
Shiva, what do you say about this? Run Vijay Singh.
Run Vijay Singh, everything. If your lordship says argue on that, I will say. Every judgment says it does not mean that the power of the court is ousted. If they say Hyderabad is the capital of Telangana, we have not fortunately come to a stage that whatever they say, William Serena is the person who wrote Merchant of Venice, that's the last word. Fortunately, no Supreme Court said that. Ran Vijay Singh, Vikesh Kumar Gupta, everything talks in one sentence. If you are able to demonstrate that the answering of the subject expert is wrong, this court is not precluded from judicially reviewing.
1 minute, Shiva. Final key was published on 7/7/2024. It took almost 1 year for you to write.
24 to August will be only 30 days.
That's 1 month.
Yes, 1 month.
Why? You must be diligent enough.
Other day, my lord, I will quote your lordship's expression. These unemployed youth may not be easy for them to come to the court. 4 years, your lordships have been benevolent in saying, this is how we will have to look at it. 1 month. Your lordship may have to say that at the earliest.
They have to reach only up to Shiva's house. That's all.
Reaching Shiva according to them may be difficult. It may be easy to reach other persons. Because Shiva doesn't have a name board also on his office. It took time for them to come. Maybe 1 month period is not such a bad thing.
No.
They will have to collect material, try to persuade their
1 minute, Shiva. They don't have to collect anything. In the objections itself, they must be available with them.
They need not know mathematics.
No, 1
They
minute.
need not know history.
No, 1 minute, sir. This notification, which is published on 19/2/2024, has earmarked entire selection process when preliminary key will be published, when the preliminary examination will be conducted, when final exam will be conducted, and everything will be set out in that notification.
In 22 also it was set out.
Huh?
In 22 also it was set out. October 22.
What do it is?
There has been a change in the government. There is a new notification.
Correct, sir. Suppose you knew as on the date of notification that 19/2/2024, that is the second latest notification, that final examination is likely to be commenced from 21st October, no?
I don't think the notification has specified that. No. I will best of my knowledge, no. If they work with clockwork precision, why would we be troubling your lordship, my lord?
Rajshekhar, what is happening? UPSC follows so meticulously the
They don't
everything.
believe in anything, my lord. They are constitutional bodies. Lord, I think this is the last thing, my lord. At this stage, anyhow, your lordships are not of the view that this case will need to be dismissed. At best, it will be subject to final outcome. That's what your lordships are thinking aloud.
No, we have not expressed anything, sir.
My lord, thinking aloud is not. Thinking aloud means it is not yet finalized. Your lordships have decided only dictation is something else.
Thinking will not produce any noise. It is a question of allowed.
My lord, your lordship's thinking will produce noise from this side. Whose thinking, your lordship's thinking is which paper, my lord, will decide who will make the noise.
One.
So Sudhir, bundle at 177.
Lord, may
Yes,
make
Sudhir.
submission before
Yes.
Rakesh.
No, I'm only answering Sudhir. I'm only answering the letter. Page 177.
Yes.
There are 1.2.
Para?
There are 1.2 at 177. Last date, application, edit option, downloading, alternate schedule of preliminary, schedule of
Yes.
we knew that the time is.
Yes. Sudhir, tell. Please
Lord,
proceed.
may. Lord, I'll try to be as brief as possible.
Yes.
Lord, first of all, Lord, let me dispel the suggestion or view of your lordship's, Lord, that a lot of money is spent. And so, just Lord, not that your lordships are not aware about that. Lord, amount of money, Lord, this court will never be carried away. Number one.
Yeah,
Number
not in
two.
the money in the sense. In
No,
the form
no
of making
spending of-
arrangement, conduct, no.
Correct.
Money,
Lot of
money,
man,
the money
manpower.
context, the money expression context was used in such a way that they'll have to make arrangements for
Correct.
conducting examinations
I
by
understand.
making
That's
so
what.
many. Right.
Lot of manpower, money, and all that will have to
Yes.
be
Yes,
arranged. Now your lordships are view, not even finalized. View is that it's better to go ahead with the process rather than wasting manpower and the finances taken out by the public service. In that case, Lord, I'm only trying to say that a thing has to be done in a particular manner, my lord, or not at all. My lord, just because they are doing a particular thing or in a wrong and illegal manner, my lord, the lordships will not give the judicial approval of that. Just because of they are doing it. My lord, the reason why we come to lordships, my lord, is because
Sudhir,
yes,
Sudhir,
Lord.
when did you file the writ petition? Date?
I filed on 31/7. Therefore, my lord, the lordships may, I'm not saying lordships are carried away, but the lordship may not get swayed away on the ground that everything is done. And then, as a matter of fact, my lord, it is at the fag end we understand, as the lordships have seen, my lord, vacation intervened. It was directed to be posted on 14th, matter came up on 15th, the very got the
No,
order.
no, one minute,
And
Sudhir. 1 minute, Sudhir.
yes,
Of the three, two are qualified, right?
two are qualified.
Okay. When did you file your objections to this preliminary key?
My lord, immediately within time we filed, my lord. There is no dispute about that.
We means all of three of you or only one?
No,
Like,
only one person.
huh? How many
My lord,
persons?
in both the cases, but only one person filed objections.
Only one person. Okay,
Two persons. In one case, in Shiva's case, and one person in my case.
okay.
My lord, one for
What was,
consideration.
Sudhir, what was the order when the case has come up for the first time before the single judge? Has he referred the cases to any expert or not?
No, not at all. That my lord, matter was adjourned at the behest of the Public Service Commission at least 2 to 3 times. Matter was heard when we insisted about can see matter was heard finally on the last day.
One
Matter was
minute,
resolved.
one minute, Sudhir.
Yes, bro.
Such type of cases on the first day itself, single judge ought to have referred these questions to the expert body, correct?
Correct. Correct.
And called for a report within a period of 2 weeks, correct?
Correct.
When such interim orders are not passed, then you must file appeals and see that record is set straight. Because one minute, just
It was
listen.
just adjourned.
1 minute.
Just, yes.
1 minute today, just listen, have patience, just
Yes.
listen.
Yes.
Page number 177, notification is issued specifying the preliminary examination, followed up by main examinations also in the month of September and October. Correct? Suppose
Yes.
if these issues are not addressed immediately, then the entire recruitment process